And it's been a tough old time for Kilmarnock this season so far. Tensions behind the scenes and thumpings on the pitch. In the last two games, they'd lost 4-0 to Aberdeen and 6-1 to Celtic. How would they fare away to St Johnstone? Commentary comes from Rory Hamilton.
Following 3 away games on the bounce, Tommy Wright will be happy to be back at McDiarmid Park and has no need to make any changes after their 2-0 win in Dingwall a fortnight ago. It's a different story for Lee Clark, with his side having conceded 10 goals in the last 2 outings. Miles Addison makes a welcome first start for 8 weeks, with Martin Smith, Jordan Jones and Nathan Tyson all coming into the side. It's Foster, forward to McLean, now Alston. Swanson, closed down by Addison, who's now being partnered by Boyd after Burns' early injury. And there's Craig's header. And it's a top save from Jamie MacDonald to keep out Liam Craig. He rose highest from Ricky Foster's cross. There's Swanson. And he sidesteps McKenzie. Positive signs for St Johnstone early on. It's Alston! And again, Jamie MacDonald got a touch. He looks in good form too. Kane setting up Alston, and it was fingertip stuff from the goalkeeper. Foster delivers long, and Boyd and Anderson came together, knocked over the top in the end by Swanson. But Stephen Anderson certainly asking the question of referee Stephen McLean as the barge came in from Scott Boyd. Anderson attacking it, MacDonald got the punch, and then the clearance completed up to halfway. Anderson, and McLean could be in here. He tucks it away, but his celebrations will be short-lived. The flag is up on the far side. Well, as the ball came forward, it was Anderson who cleverly flicked it, but McLean looked to be just beyond Addison and Boyd. Good spot by the officials. Foster into the feet of McLean. Swanson to Alston. Now Murray Davidson! Well, they beat MacDonald this time, but it went wide of the post. It's excellent build-up, one-touch stuff from Alston. They couldn't apply the finish. Taylor. Tyson. And Smith. Here's McKenzie. And struck with power. And there is the first real warning sign for St Johnstone. Kilmarnock have been quiet in attack until a fizzing effort from Rory McKenzie. It's just wide. Well, Lee Clark's men have not won in 6 games. It's Craig. Knocked away only as far as Kane. And MacDonald able to clutch onto the ball. He has been superb in goal this afternoon, and the main reason why it remains 0-0. And he looks to have just taken a knock there. Referee Stephen McLean just allowing Jamie MacDonald the time to recover. Well, Stephen McLean suggesting that there's no free kick being given. He was looking to play on, and referee Stephen McLean will have a word with striker Stephen McLean, and it remains 0-0. Jordan Jones with the corner, and there's Scott Boyd! And it's Kilmarnock who have the breakthrough. 14 minutes from the end, it's Scott Boyd with his first goal for the club. His first goal, in fact, since New Year's Day 2014 in the Highland Derby, and what an important one it could be for Kilmarnock. Swanson. He finds a way through to Cummins. It's blocked on the line. Now McLean. And Martin Smith getting a secondary block into. Now Wotherspoon. And Swanson closed out. And it looks to be one of those days for St Johnstone.
We've dropped 3 points today when I feel we shouldn't. And saying that, the performance I still think was good enough to win the game, but we fell short because some poor finishing, some good goalkeeping, and I've seen the cornerback, we're a bit of a shambles at the corner, so we've caused our own downfall.
They're a good team, and we knew that coming off the back of 2 heavy defeats, we had to have to work really hard to get something. And we've won the game, but we've got that first clean sheet of the season as well, which is crucial, and it's give everyone a big boost.
I think it's fair to say that that was the shock result of the weekend, Michael?
I don't think there's any doubt. Talking about it earlier, I think there's a few people have had their coupons busted with that one, because Lee Clark's talking about it, coming off the back of 2 heavy defeats. St Johnstone, the model of consistency, you wouldn't have expected that result.
Absolutely. It was a case of smash and grab to a certain extent, wasn't it? Because, well, Jamie MacDonald, once again, had his work cut out.
He was absolutely fantastic in this game. I mean, there could have been 5 or 6 that could have gone in the net here, and you wouldn't have actually complained at Jamie MacDonald. I think Lee Clark should have done the interview in a hoodie, because his team mugged St Johnstone in this occasion. Because one ball in there, the bit defending isn't great, of course, but they get 1 or 2 chances in the game, and they certainly took one of them, an easy tap in there, and it's Boyd, but not that one, for a change that manages to do it for Kilmarnock. And I feel particularly sorry for St Johnstone there, because St Johnstone win that, they go up to that group in the top, and it almost becomes 2 groups in the league. Sure. They're up, I think, in 17 points.
Yeah.
And what a difference that would make to their season just now. But they still had a good season.
What a difference that result makes for Kilmarnock in terms of their position in the table, Michael. What a bizarre moment involving the 2 Stephen McLeans, referee and player. What on earth happened here?
Good question. I don't think anybody knows the answer. Like Jamie MacDonald and one of the Stephen McLeans could tell you. It's not a foul. Obviously the game stopped. Jamie's caught the ball. He's in possession of it. And then it's on the deck here. The referee's not blowing his whistle. So, Stephen McLean, the player, is chancing his arm a little bit, but understandably, the whistle's not been blown. Put it in the back of the net and see if you get away with it.
What did they say to each other here? That's what I want to know.
I know.
Did they say, is that a foul? Is it not?
So technically, perhaps St Johnstone Stephen McLean is actually right, and it should have been a goal, but there's no way that he was ever going to get away with it.
Can I really applaud one guy here? One of the Stephen McLeans here.
Which one?
The referee, in the end, I've known referees in the past who want to get their yellow cards out for things like that. Don't be stupid. Yeah. He's trying to be clever about it. We've seen clever things in the past, things like, the goalkeepers used to be able to bounce the ball out. If you nicked the ball away in the bounce, that was one way around it. Remember the corner kicks where you'd roll it and pretend that it hadn't been taken? Using little intelligent things in the game, they're interesting.
Yeah, is that clever forward play? You might get away with that sometime.
Well, if you don't try it, you're never going to know, are you? So I think, clever play, but realistically, he was never going to get away with it.
I don't know. If you get the referee in the right mood and he's not necessarily paying attention, and if he knows he's not blowing his whistle, I mean, the rule book might actually suggest that. I'm not even sure if he has to blow his whistle. He can shout. As long as he makes it clear it's a free kick. I mean, a raise of the hand can do the same thing for an indirect free kick.